Hello everyone, this is Barbara Iris Sue again, Parental World Knowledge. I'm the founder and the owner. Finally it came on. Oh, I'm so happy. So we have now visibility. So far we just had sound and now we have a picture. Well, I'm here to welcome you again to do some more watercolor painting. And in addition, I'm the president of artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio. We're located in West Orange, New Jersey. And if anyone wants to have a private lesson, we still have free lessons until the end of April for any youth up to age 26. So give us a call, 973-736-1637. And also, bracelets for only $5 and some other great antique jewelry. But I made these bracelets, and I just love them myself. They're all different antiques, and I've had this one for 3 years, and it hasn't fallen apart. It's all beautiful antiques, and they are stitched on, and some are also glued on too. We have a glue, gun, and we also have, besides bracelets, there's necklaces, there's pins. We have beautiful things. I just want to pick up, here's a necklace. I don't know if you can see it. They're different. I mean, they're not going to be the same, but, there's some beautiful pieces. And have a bracelet here. So, I mean, there's some gorgeous pieces. It's all antique costume jewelry, but they're gorgeous things. And there are some that people donated to me. There's some gold pieces too, which there's not much, but there's like a ring I saw, and it looks like it has a little with it, and some gorgeous pins and things. Crystal, some beautiful crystal bracelets and things. So please, give us a call, come for your free lesson, and pick up for $5. You can't believe that, right? Antiques, beautiful bracelets and things for $5. Well, at any rate, we also can have you on our live reality show, and that would be 18 or more in age. You can't be under 18 to be on Google Hangouts and YouTube. Those are the rules of them, not me. And I just want to let you know you can be any age to come to our charitable organization. You don't have to sign up for anything else. When we say free, it is free. Places can, claim that they're giving free products, and be very careful because, organizations or even companies can say they're going to give you something free, and then there is definitely something wrong. They say it's free sample or something, and then you find out it isn't. And I know I'm never going to, do anything again, unless, of course, I know that person very well and that, I can entrust. So it's a shame, people say they're going to give free things and they don't. But we do, and we put it in writing. So you have it in writing that you are given a free lesson. We have it all on social media, and it says free lesson for April. You don't have to take anything else. It just says free lesson, and that's it. One free lesson. All right, so give us a call, 973-736-1637. And one more thing, I just want to mention before we start that I do energy scans. And please, if you have any physical or mental problem, could be anything that's troubling you, please you can do it over the phone, 91637, and it is only $79 when I give you an energy scan. I pinpoint your problem immediately. of your problem. There's no question. You'll have a clearer mind. And also, besides that, you will also have more energy. Definitely, immediately. There's no question. I have not been, every time I do something, I've always been on target. I have never been off target of what knowing what's wrong. And I do pray to God, and God heals 100%. So, doctors, you go to a doctor, you can't even get him to know exactly what's wrong. You're going to have to tell him. With me, don't have to tell me. I will pinpoint. But I still say always go be treated by a doctor too if you have a health problem, because I can't claim that I'm going to 100% get God to cure you the first time. It has happened, but I can't say that it will. That's the truth. And I'm always honest. Sometimes it takes me 2-3 that I have prayed and God has healed 100% with my prayers. You need to pray to God with me. And that's it. And I had 100% success rate. Whoever believes in me, it's been always 100%, not anything less. Nursing facility, and everyone that I prayed for, she's saying, what in the world? Are you crazy? The person's fine. Within minutes, the person was fine. She thought I was nuts, that I called her over. So, and this was Joe Payne's, where I formerly worked, and that's on social media too. So, definitely it was a success rate. I didn't know at the time what I was doing. I just was praying with people, touching their shoulder and praying. I had no idea that I had that ability. I was just doing what I normally would do, would be praying for people. I would always pray for people that they're well. But I, have developed and honed in on a skill which was always there for me. So, descended from the Holy. I think that's enough, said, but I just want to say it because I feel it's necessary. The universe to reach out to people. There's so many people that are struggling. I know, whether it's a living or whatever it is, family. I just don't want you struggling. And I just feel, I just feel it today, really strong, that there's a lot of people out there. And that's it. So I hope you have your canvas. It's on a pad. I hope you have your watercolor paints. They're in a little palette. Now the camera froze. Okay. And then I hope you have a liquid white, since there's not white as you saw in that palette. Normally there isn't. And then you need artist brushes, several sizes. You need an artist sponge. You need also, in addition, an artist eraser. And you're going to need just a regular pencil and colored pencils, but they don't have to be from an art store. They could be just regular, colored pencils. That's fine. And once your painting is, you have a number of layers that's dry, then you put the color pencils on. And just make sure you don't push too hard. You have to go gentle because you don't want to be taking off your paint. All right. Now, if you're doing something like buildings, it's going to take more than 5 coats. Definitely more than 5 layers. There's no question. I've been doing more than 5 layers already. It's a lot of detail, and you need, just be prepared if you're going to do buildings. I wouldn't suggest it to your first time, painting, to try to do a building. But do what you really love and what you really like, it will come out great. Whatever it is that you want. And if you need, props, fine. If you can't, use your imagination. I use my imagination to make these buildings, but what you need, if you need props to do, then I would suggest, you have props, whether it be, a fruit basket or whatever it is that you're going to be doing. Live people, of course, are great. If you can have a live pet, that would be wonderful, whatever you really want to do. And if you can't draw, do a computer printout and paint over it. It is accepted for juried shows. Okay, so just make sure you don't put too much water and blot off the water. You don't want to have, the camera's froze now, so you can't see what I'm doing. I'm shaking off my brush to show you that you need to not have too much water. A good amount of paint. Put down the white first, the liquid white. Squeeze it from the bottom of the tube like toothpaste so that you don't waste things. And I see the camera's froze again. So, okay, there you go. So now I'm holding the bottom of the tube and I'm squeezing that. All right. And then put water on your brush. Brush off the water, as I said, and put the paint. Then mix it into your white if you want to have, a lighter color. All right. And always do light colors first, then dark. Because if you do dark first and you make a mistake, well, it's going to bleed into your light colors, and then you'll have more layers to do. This way, you can avoid having to do extra layers. It was such a storm, a downpour today in West Orange, New Jersey. Oh, I was out with my puppy, Platinos, and, first it was sunny, it was beautiful, and all of a sudden I heard thunder, and I go, oh gosh, we got to get in, I was telling him, and walked as fast as I could. He's wanting to stay out there, and I'm going, oh no, 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 it's ready to trust me. If it heard one thing of thunder, it's going to be a lot. And there was a lot of thunder, lightning, and a downpour of rain. Oh, it was horrible. And we just made it, in before we had that downpour of rain. Oh, gosh. Thank goodness. It's dangerous too, if you're out with lightning, and, definitely just not a good thing. I hope everybody's safe. Pretty bad storm today. At least I went out with him a few times before the storm, because now, he does not want to be when it's rain. The thunder didn't scare him. It's the rain. For some reason, that just terrifies this little dog. Snow doesn't terrify him, just the rain. And I'm thankful, I got him in before it started raining, because he starts to pull, he gets scared. He'd be dragging me in. If you have it in your heart to adopt a pet, they're like babies, but even more difficult, but it's so much love you get. I would suggest go to your local shelter an adopted pet. I get so much love from him. And I never trained him to be a protecting dog, but he will bark his head off if he thinks a burglar is here. And he will pounce on that burglar. He gets vicious. It's so funny. My neighbor down the street, she literally was, I don't know her well. She's all the way on the other side, all the way to the end. But she was really scared. She saw him, and he's just a puppy, and he, just a year old, and she got so scared. She's walking her dog, and she got scared. She thinks that he's tough, and he is for a year-old puppy. Thank God, he can handle himself. I wouldn't, train him to be like that, but I'm glad that he is. I'm glad that he wants to protect us. And just a joy that, I have him every day. I'm just thankful. This puppy has brought so much joy. And I've mentioned before, if you're just tuning in, maybe you didn't hear, but there was a friend of my son's who was living with us. He just came out of the Navy, and he was living with us, and he was helping us get the house repaired. But then he took a part-time night job, and that all of a sudden he just stopped doing things in the house. So as soon as he did stop doing things, my puppy just was being a puppy, was barking, during the day, and he had a night job, so he just couldn't take it. He left right away. So it's a blessing besides all the love I get from my puppy. But my puppy, and it's so funny. I just told my neighbor the other day, she never knew why he left. She said, and then I told her that she laughed her head off. She says, good that Blacknose did his work, just being himself. Puppies bark during the day. I mean, they're gonna hear something, they're gonna bark. And I tried to quiet him, but I didn't try that hard. I got him out, and I told him I wanted him to leave if he's not doing things. The agreement was he stays here rent free if he would have, did the work in the house, but he wasn't doing. He got that job and just stopped. And as soon as he stopped, my puppy got him out. Thank goodness. So if you have problems with any tenants, that's great. Get a dog. As long as you're going to love that dog. Oh, that is hysterical. I would never think of that, to get rid of a tenant. Get a dog. And my dog doesn't even bark that much, really. So it's a miracle that he got him out. There's dogs next door, definitely barking more. My dog does not bark that much. Because I do my reality show, you don't hear him barking a lot, you know. He's usually pretty quiet and pretty good. But he's a puppy, and he's going to definitely bark. It's so great that he got him out. So he's my hero in many ways. Protecting me, getting rid of people that are not helping me. And he knew I'm going through a hardship, so if he's not going to do something to help us, he can't stay here. We have a really nice room, really nice house, and I want to rent out for low income renting. And, you know, he thinks he's going to stay here without paying me? That was crazy. There's no way. He's not doing the work in exchange. Well, it's just a miracle we got him out. I'm just so thrilled. And a deserving person should be here, you know. And I don't want much. I want just $750. That's low income housing. And then they have access to the whole house. And my son is here, you know, so if it's a young person, you have another young person. A senior citizen? Well, I'm a senior. It could be female or it could be male. Well, you know, I'm just so thankful whatever I have, and I feel, you know, I just like to share with people and have people here. And that's it. And it's tough out there. It's $1,500 usually for a nice apartment. And that's not including utilities. It's $1,500 just for the apartment. I was looking, you know, to see what prices were. So mine is like half the cost. And you're not just getting a small apartment, you got a whole house here. And we have a driveway which will fit a car. So, if you're worried about, spot, yes, there's definitely a parking spot. It's interesting. Somebody said to me, they thought dogs were colorblind. Well, they're not. Uh, they do see colors, maybe not all the colors that we see, but they do see colors. And like there's a few colors, like I know blue and yellow. So, you know, they can determine, what's white, what's black, which is not a color. But it's interesting, that they thought that they're totally colorblind only because they have limited, vision. They have actually better night vision than us. They can see in the night, say the light wasn't on outside, they can see. They have the ability to see. We don't. So their vision is actually better. And because it's better, they're not able to see all the colors that we see. It's interesting. But now that you know that, it's good to put your pet in different colors, that they like. Well, I got a blue collar. I knew, that he liked blue. And I never knew, that they had limited color knowledge. But I did know that they could determine color. I never heard anything about, colorblind. And they're not colorblind. I was absolutely right. They also can see purple because my pet just looked at a little purplish flower and he put that in his mouth. He liked the color. It's actually a little lavender. And he liked it. Oh, you know, and Milkbone came out with cookies that are good for your teeth for your dog, and not just the little Milkbone cookies, but I mean, these are really large dog biscuits, and they're specially for cleaning the teeth. And I noticed that my puppy's teeth are whiter with it, so and he likes it. So just so you know, Milkbone, you know, Purina makes it and have those Milkbones, but this is like a special teeth cleaner. So it's like it, but it's a bigger, you know, cookie. And he just adores it. You just give one a day if you want your puppy or dog's teeth to be whiter. And this is important for their health. I mean, you know, if they end up with problems in their teeth and their gums, that's not good for their health. Plaque can cause heart attacks, and you don't want your dog to have those things happen. Just like humans, we need to keep our teeth clean. So why not for the dogs? Well, I'm glad they came out with this. I never saw this before. I mean, I've given Milkbones and, you know, given other chew toys that I know were good, but this is really good. Especially meant for cleaning the teeth. And Purina makes it. There's different sizes. Make sure you get the right size for your puppy or dog. The small ones are meant for the small dogs, and it says not to give to a big dog, those small ones. It would be dangerous. They could choke on it. So, you know, it has to be the right size. Well, this is great, you know. Just do gentle strokes with your painting, because really this isn't very big, this canvas. And you need to even dot on, you can dot on things in an area, you know, if it's very tiny. And if there's any people that are healers out there, you can get $50 an energy scan from me. Oh, by the way, my son came home safe yesterday. I mentioned he was supposed to be home at 6, and he never came home at 6, but he did come home safely later in the evening. He was working on a speech he had to make concerning his maze, and he just was at his office. And he had to go out to the meeting last night. God bless. As I said, he has his project at NJIT. It's a mini walk-around museum. Very proud of him. Because, he did the design, as I said, and he not only did the design, he had to build it. And this is all new to him. Uh-oh, something just happened. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Lights, things are coming on the screen. It says fix, so it says automatic fix. I hope this doesn't go off the air. My security just came on. I cleaned the computer. After it was off for a week, and it was offline for a week because my son has just made a mistake. He tripped over a wire when he had his building supplies. He was looking for a placard to take to my father's grave. It's been a year. We were rushing out to go to the grave site. And I didn't know that he tripped over it and, went offline. Couldn't get access to it. But everything was fine after I cleaned it yesterday. I cleaned it before and after. It was okay. I don't know why it seems like there's problems again today. I had to clean it yesterday and, very long time. And there were problems then, but then after, I did that, it was fine. It said, I don't know what's going on, why this is happening again, where it's saying there's problems. Oh, well, I told my son he needs to upgrade this computer. I hope and pray he gets around to it. He does a lot of charity work himself, working overtime at work a lot of times. He does as much as he can. And he's my only computer guy, so can't I wish I could, have another. If there's anybody out there who wants to help me, volunteers get free lessons in art. Every time you help, you get another lesson for free. Well, I want to say a miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. If you need it now, or if you don't need it now, another time you need it, please say the prayer with me to God. God will heal you 100%. I pray miraculous healing prayer for peace, good spirit, good health, good strength. Amen. Well, I hope everybody has a good night or a good day, depending on where you are in the world. And I just hope that you are enjoying your painting and that you just think positive thoughts, like I said, every show, that you just enjoy and think that you can do the painting that you want. And don't let anyone influence you and make you give up. You know, there's students have come to me and they said, oh, they had teachers in school said, they have no talent, they can't do it, just stop doing art. That's horrible. Never do that to a student. Students, you have to learn from somebody. I mean, I learned from my late mother, or I wouldn't be able to do art. And if you didn't have someone teaching you, and then you have a teacher like that, oh my gosh, it's horrible. I don't even want to think about it. And some, people don't even want to try. I've talked to people, they don't even want to try to do art because they had teachers tell them that they're horrible. And it is so discouraging, and that's terrible. You should never say that to a student. There's always a way and hope, and you can always make your painting better and learn. So that is definitely ridiculous to say that to anyone. Anyone can do art. If you have a love in your heart for art, you can do it. I mean, if you hate art, I mean, that's different. I can't, if you really hate art, I can't teach you. But I mean, I'm saying if you have a love in your heart to do art, or even you really like it, you just can't give up. Okay, so you take care. Best to everybody. Bye now.